Are the women in Sweden checking for brothers in your experience, brother? Break it down for us, D. Let us know if they're checking for brothers or not, and how much they check for brothers, bro, and why. Go on, D.
Absolutely. Swedish chicks are checking for us brothers heavy. In my experience, when I was out there, a lot of Swedish chicks, they wanted to like I'm talking about I just moved, I just went outside and I was just walking and a lot of them heads were turning and looking at me. Uh and of course they're never the one to usually make the first move. You have to make the first move. But yes, they're definitely checking for brothers. Yes, for sure, 100%.
Fantastic, bro. And why are they checking for brothers? What's the main reason that they love brothers so much? What attracts them to the dark skin? The tallness, the sway. What is it that Swedish women love about brothers? Let us know, bro.
So what they like, what they like about brothers is, especially from like the Americas and the UK and stuff like that. What they like about us is, I believe, our swag and our masculinity. Because if I'm being real with you, a lot of Swedish dudes out there are kind of soft, and I don't think they like that as much. So, but because we're like, we got the swag. You know how we are. You know what I mean? The way we vibe, the way we go, the way we dance and stuff like that. They just love it. Like, um, especially when I was in parties in Sweden. Yeah, all eyes was on me. So they just love us. Anything Black brothers, go out there in Sweden. It's dope.
Fantastic, bro. Speak about this party. You mentioned that you were in parties. How did you get invited to parties in the first place? And what was the whole vibe towards you from Swedish women at these parties, brother? Break it down for us, bro. I
So
got you, bro.
I was in this what you call it, a hostel, right? Um, and when I was going up to my room, I saw a bunch of German dudes, and they were waiting for their friends. And they saw me. They was like, "Hey, bro, you want to go to a party?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I ended up going with these German dudes to a party that was like under this bridge. I don't know what it's called, but I remember we took a taxi over there. As soon as we got over there, uh, I saw another brother out there. He was a security. He looked at me, and I looked at him, and I was like, "Yo, what's up?" He was like, "Yeah, what's good?" And then he let me through, right? So after I got through, I was just going in, and then all the girls were like, dancing. Well, okay, wait, let me roll with you for a second. Because it happened in COVID time, we couldn't dance in this party, which is kind of stupid. So it was a party, but we just couldn't dance, right? But it was still like a good setting to be at. But when I was hanging out with my German friends, we approached these ladies, and these ladies were all like looking at us, but they were looking at me the most. You know what I mean? So I ended up speaking with like a good two of them at the same time, and they were just like, "Oh, where you from?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm from New York," and they were just like, "Wow!" Like, I mean, um, yeah, and I think that in general, all you have to do is uh, show interest and just talk to them regular. You don't have to really do anything extra. At least in my experience, I wasn't trying to be extra or just being like regular.
Brother, I'm gonna have to dig into this Stockholm city, right? So you tell me, so I know for a fact that you will get dime Swedish women in Stockholm, brother. But brother, how about we break down demographics there, and and were those different races of women checking for brothers? So we will get white Swedish women there, we'll get Thai women there,
Yes.
Filipino women.
Mhm.
What other groups of women will we get in Stockholm? And do those groups of women love brothers? Break it down for us, Mr. T.
So yes, all of them. I'm saying all of them in my experience, at least all of them love this. So minus the Swedish chicks, because you'll definitely get them over there. Uh, I would say the most feminine are the Thai and the Filipinos over there. Um, because a lot of them are not feminist, right? Uh, and but the Swedish women, they kind of are feminist. But then also any any Balkan people out there, so that's anywhere from like the Serbians and the Montenegros. They're also in Sweden. Some of them are, and even some French are in Sweden, from what I've seen. And they all, I would say, in my experience, they love brothers. So I even met this one Japanese chick, and
Damn.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I even met this one Japanese chick, and she was just walking to the hostel, and I stopped her. I was like, "Hey, hi, how are you doing?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm doing good. How are you?" We started talking. Then I asked her, what she's doing here, and she said that, oh, she was a student, and that she's living here in Sweden because she want to live there. I'm like, okay, that's dope. And I asked her what she does, what's her major, and she said, oh, she does film major, like film and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that's dope. Like I'm actually into that stuff too. So we just started talking for like hours, right? So it was like a good 2 hours where to the point where we had to sit down and talk. That's how long we was talking, right? So it was that Japanese chick. I've met a Serbian woman who works as a correction, no, not a correction officer. She works as yeah, I think it's correction officer, right? Like the security guards in jail. Yeah. So she works there, and I'll ask her, oh, like, what are you doing here in Sweden? And she was like, oh, I came here to find love and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay, that's different. And I was like, oh, yeah,